Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to continue talking about the alphabet and the sounds of the letters in the alphabet. So in this video, we would have spoken about the alphabet, we would have gone through the alphabet, as well as we would have gone through the 5 vowel sounds that exist in Spanish. So I'm going to start this video with a small recap of that vowel section, and then we'll go to the consonants. So as I was saying last time, the vowel sounds that exist in Spanish, we only have 5 of them, which are A, E, O, and U, right? And knowing these 5 vowel sounds, your words are going to sound more Spanishy. So let's look at one example of that. So we have this word, which in English is chocolate, and it's spelled the exact same way in Spanish. But listen to the difference in the pronunciation only because of the change in the vowel sound. So again, it's the same spelling in English and in Spanish. So we have the word chocolate, which is spelled the exact same way in Spanish. So C-H-O-C-O-L-A-T-E. Same spelling in both English and Spanish. But listen to the difference in the pronunciation that is caused by just pronouncing one with the Spanish vowel system versus the English vowel system. So in English, we would say chocolate. So in this word, we have O twice. So chocolate. So O, A, and E. So chocolate. Right? That's English. In Spanish, it will be chocolate. Chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate. The only thing that I did was change the vowel sounds. And it instantly sounds more Spanishy. Isn't that so? Right? So it's very, very important to get your vowels down because they are the backbone, I would say, of your Spanish language. So let's look at the consonants. So the consonant sounds, a lot of them sound just like in English, but there are some important differences that we're going to highlight as well. And also, I want you to note that the vowels E and I kind of alter some of the pronunciation of the consonants in Spanish. So we'll talk about what exactly that might mean. So we have B, so that'll be B, the sound is B, like balón, bolsa. C, we have cámara, like a hard C, quota. But then when listen to the pronunciation of these words, cielo and celular. So E and I modify the sound of the C, the hard C, to like a S sound. So whereas in cámara, you have the K sound, in cielo and celular, it sounds like an S, right? We have che, which is just like in English, so champiñones, for example, champú, chocolate. We have de, remember your D is like a TH sound. And this letter is actually one of the most important letters in terms of the consonants that kind of gives you away when you're speaking to a Spanish speaker because it could be confusing. So if I say, for example, this word here, we have todo, but if I pronounce it with an English D to a Spanish R, it will sound like toro, T-O-R-O, which is a bull, right? So it's very important to pronounce your D's properly because toro and todo are 2 different words completely. We have F, which is pronounced just like in English, which is F. So fresa, for example, strawberry. But then we have G or G. This one is a bit different. It has 3 different pronunciations, and I'll go into that more in depth in a little bit, right? But just listen to the differences in the pronunciation. We have G, gol, G, geografía, girar, guerra, guitarra, vergüenza. So there are 3, technically 4 different pronunciations inside of there, but we'll go into that a little bit in depth in a bit. H in Spanish is silent. So hospital, helado, hierro. We don't pronounce H in Spanish. The only time we pronounce H is when it's part of the letter che, CH. Or if it borrows a word from English like SH, show, those are words that are borrowed from English, but strictly speaking, only when it's CH, you're going to pronounce that H, right? You have K, just like the English K, right? So kilómetro, L, just like the English L, león, letra. But then we have your double L or AJ. This one depends on the country. You're going to have different pronunciations. I'll give you the three and I'll tell you which two we're going to focus on. So we have llegar, llamar, llave. That is the J sound. But if I wanted to pronounce it like a Y, it will be llegar, llamar, llave. And if you're from Argentina, you'll pronounce this llegar, like a SH, llamar, and llave. It's good to know, but we're not going to be focusing on that, right? M, just like an English M, mundo, mano. N, just like an English N, so nadar, necesito. But then we have Ñ, remember the cue I gave you with the onion, right? You want to remember that. So ñame, for example, which is yam. P is just like the English P, so panqueca, partido, pantalón. Q, so Q is always followed by U, and the combination is pronounced like the English K. So you have the word, well, K, then you have quieto or queso, like cheese. K, so Q is always followed by U, and it always sounds like the English K. R, your R is a special case, right? At the start of a word, your single R is pronounced like the double R. So like real, like a Real Madrid, right? Or rico. And after the letters L, N, and S, you're also going to pronounce your single R like your double R, right? Your double R, always a strong R. Terremoto, guerra, guitarra, right? Este is just like a normal S in Spanish, in English, sorry. Sábado, señal, sopa. T is pretty similar to the English T, right? So tamaño, te, tía. Tamaño, te, tía. It's a bit softer. We say that B, V, and B have the same sound. So violín, vuelo. W. Now, W is a letter that does not really occur in Spanish. And the chances are, if you see a word with W in Spanish, it's because it's an English word that was borrowed. So words like Wi-Fi, show. And then X, we have two pronunciations of this. In English, we have three. In Spanish, we have two. Right? So at the start of a word, it's pronounced like a S. So for example, xenophobia, xenophobia. In English, we have the KS version and the GS version. So our GS version will be exaggerate, exaggerate. But then a KS version will be like excuse me, excuse me. So in Spanish, we only have the KS version, we don't have the GS version. So aproximadamente will be that, an example of that. And then we have a J. So yeso, proyectar, or hoy. So at the end of the word, Y is pronounced like a English Y, like the Y sound. At the start of the word or in the middle of the word, you have two choices. So, proyectar hoy, or yeso, proyectar hoy. All right, so just one quick note on the G, as I would have said. So when G is immediately followed by I or E, that G sounds like a H. So like geografía, geografía, or girar. When G is followed by UI or UE, the U is silent and the G gets back its voice, its hard voice. So for example, guerra, guerra, or guitarra, guerra, guitarra. And when G is followed by UI or UE, but this time we have the two dots, and that's to give back the U its voice as well. So, vergüenza, for example, or pingüino. Vergüenza, pingüino. Right? Right, so that's pretty much what we have for this video. Now, I know this was a long video, but you can come back and look at this video until you have it down pat, because really and truly, the pronunciation part of Spanish is the most important part of Spanish if you want people to understand what you're saying. If effective communication is a goal, you definitely need to get these things. I would call these like a foundation, your foundational items of Spanish. So, until next time, be safe. No, scrap that. Until next, what? So, that's all for this video. See you next time.